Special thanks to our channel members, who without, we couldn't keep making content like this. Consider becoming a member today for bonus content.
Hello, LS11 Universe, it's the Doctor and Zander number 3, and welcome to WrestleMania Season 6 Kickoff Night 1. That is right, your TNA, LAW, and indie commentary duo are here on the grandest stage of them all. We are happy to be here. Absolute honor to be here tonight at WrestleMania. My first WrestleMania that I've gotten to do this for. It's normally Quizmaster doing this. That's right, but now that he is back to being an in-ring competitor, you'll be seeing him on TNA next weekend at Emergence, actually. Now that he is back to being a full-time in-ring competitor, he's officially been replaced on the commentary booth with Zander number 3, and now here we are at WrestleMania Kickoff for, at this point for me, I believe this is my fourth one. I believe Season 3 was my first one. You never forget your first, and it is great to be here at WrestleMania. Yes, indeed, and it's great to have you here as well. So, let's talk about WrestleMania, shall we? We have got 4 big matches here on Kickoff tonight. Just to go ahead and give you all a quick little update on that one. Tell you all what you can expect to see tonight at WrestleMania here on Night 1's Kickoff show. You're going to be getting to see the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal here in just a little bit. Yeah, that's right, we got special commentary by Grizzly Entertainment on that one as well. The winner gets a shot at either the United States Intercontinental, or, should they be from NXT, the NXT North American Championship in Season 7. That is right. We have another guest commentator as Boy123 Jim steps into the commentary booth and commentates Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair in a last woman standing match. That's right, we get absolutely extreme here on Kickoff with that one. We have a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Speed Championship. That's right, when Axiom defends the goal against J.D. McDonough, who has vowed tonight that even if Nathan Frasier is not willing to help him, that he will find someone else who will make sure that he has taken the championship from Axiom. And the big matchup to close us out here on Kickoff tonight is going to be an implosion of former tag team partners when Randy Orton faces Nick Aldis. That will be our main event of WrestleMania Kickoff tonight. We'll have 4 other big matches tomorrow night on Kickoff as well, but we have 11 big matches to talk about for WrestleMania tonight. That's right, overall between Kickoff shows and main cards, we have 30 matches to get through. Not tonight, we're not going to get through all of them tonight. We're going to talk the Night 1 card tonight, and then, we might have some special guests along the way, we'll see. But we're going to talk about 2 to 3 matches at a time, then we'll throw it down to a match. But let's talk about the matchup that's going to kick off WrestleMania tonight. That is right, this is breaking news. We're going to be talking about the opening contest of WrestleMania Night 1. Go ahead and tell them what it is, Doc. That is right, WrestleMania will be opening this year with the NWA World's Championship as the American Dragon Bryan Danielson steps into the ring one more time with the ring general Gunther. That's right, Danielson, he and Gunther had this amazing match all the way back at AEW Wrestle Dream, AEW Wrestle Dream a few months back to close out 2024. They had this incredible matchup, an absolute banger of a matchup. It is in the top rated favorites to get voted match of the year for AEW this year. When the polls open tomorrow, the moment WrestleMania ends, there will be an opening for the end-of-year awards. And so, Bryan Danielson, he had an incredible matchup that night against Gunther. Came so close on so many occasions to taking the original floating championship of the LS11 Universe from the ring general. But in the end, Gunther locked in that lion tamer and put his knee on the neck of Danielson. That's right, and Danielson, he gave everything he had to that matchup, but the age and the wear and tear on his body was really shown in that one, especially with how quickly he had to submit in that lion tamer, because Gunther, he was ready to break Danielson's neck and put him in a wheelchair for the rest of his life if he had to. And so in that matchup, we saw Danielson come up short after coming so close. Danielson went away for a little while before he emerged a few weeks ago at NXT Roadblock after Gunther had successfully taken down Obafemi in that incredible matchup for the NWA Championship. Yeah, that's right, and Danielson, he just made it known he was coming for that championship one more time, but Gunther kept telling him no. That's right, Gunther didn't want anything to do with Bryan Danielson in this one. He didn't want to have this rematch, and some people claim it's because he was scared, others say it's because he beat him already. And so ultimately, Danielson had to get through AJ Styles in another incredible matchup on SmackDown. We've all said it before, Danielson's been on the run of a career as of late. But Gunther's been on the run of a lifetime, and Danielson has agreed that tonight, if he doesn't beat Gunther, that's it. He's done. And I think many people believe that that might be true. Tonight might just be the last night that we see the American Dragon step into the ring as an active competitor in his career. Well, if that is the case, it's been a legendary career, but I guess, Doc, we got to break it down. Who do you think's walking out of this one with the NWA World's title? It's really a tough one, number 3. I got to tell you, it's a majorly tough one coming into this one and thinking about it, because you look at it and it's hard to count out Bryan Danielson, especially at WrestleMania. He's had these incredible WrestleMania moments in the past. You always think about WrestleMania 30, one of the most iconic WrestleMania main events of all time, when he tapped out Randy Orton and became the WWE Championship against the odds when it seemed nobody in management, nobody running the shows wanted it to happen. The fans made it happen. And then 31, he came back from what should have been a career-ending injury and became the Intercontinental Champion. He was forced to retire before WrestleMania 32, made that triumphant return barely 2 years later at 34, went on another run of a lifetime, won the world title again, and then he beat Roman Reigns at the first ever LS11 WrestleMania at 36, forced to leave WWE at 37 by Bobby Roode, and now here we are, all the way at WrestleMania 41, 5 years since his last WrestleMania. It's hard to count out Bryan Danielson. And I've always been more of the realist than the idealist, but even I gotta say that tonight, I might be going with my heart over my head. I want to see Bryan Danielson pull this one out. I absolutely understand that, but at the same time, if you're not going to be the realist, I think I'm going to have to be. I think this is it. Danielson's had an incredible near 30 years in this industry, but this is it. Gunther's going to end his career tonight. And Gunther's going to walk out of here with the NWA World's title. It's harsh. It hurts to think about. But you very well might be right. Well, as depressing as that might sound, let's go ahead and move on to our next matchup that we got to talk about tonight. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We have a lot of matches to talk about tonight. Let's talk about Nathan Frasier and Karrion Kross, shall we? All right, let's do it. This is a big one. This is one that I think a lot of people see going one of two ways. Tonight, we either see Nathan Frasier get everything that's been coming to him for the last year and some change, or we see Nathan Frasier keep getting away with it. And that's been the catchphrase in Nathan Frasier's career for the last, 14, 15 months? That he can't keep getting away with this. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Ever since the night he betrayed Seth Rollins at Rollins' 1-year celebration as the Intercontinental Champion, we have all been saying over and over, he can't keep getting away with this. Look at the last year that Nathan Frasier has had. He was the breakout star of the year last year. He very well might be the superstar of the year this year. You're absolutely right. Look at the year he had. Last year, WrestleMania 40, he was the man that beat Seth Rollins, ended the 400 and some odd days reign as the Intercontinental Champion. Did it clean as a sheet, became the first person to pin Seth Rollins in almost 2 full years. Did it all on his own, no outside interference. Did it, beat Seth, 1, 2, 3, center of the ring, curb stomped him, won the Intercontinental title. No disputing it, nothing like that. Right. He went on, and he went to Monday Night Raw with the championship, getting away from Seth Rollins. He did indeed do that. Formed the Final Testament with Karrion Kross, himself, Kross, Scarlett, and the Authors of Pain, who have been released in the meantime. Right. Went on and beat a former TNA World Champion in Bobby Lashley. Beat a former WWE Champion in LA Knight. Beat another former WWE Champion in Rey Mysterio. Did all 3 of those with no outside interference, no one getting involved, all on his own, no Cross, no AOP, nothing, no ifs, no buts, no coconuts. Then he ran into Axiom. The man many people thought was going to be the one to defeat him at Cyber Sunday, especially when it was voted as a ladder match. That's where things really started to become crazy, and that's where we started to have to say that he can't keep getting away with this. You're right, because as Axiom knocked Nathan Frazier off a ladder, Liv Morgan, who had not been doing much this season as of that point, showed up, and she shoved the ladder over, sending Axiom barreling over the top rope through another ladder on the outside, handing Nathan Frazier the Intercontinental Championship. Liv Morgan and Nathan Frazier become the most despicable couple in WWE after that, with Liv helping him retain the Intercontinental title left, right, and center. All the way up until SummerSlam, where Karrion Kross had to help him retain against the monsters Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, and Damian Priest. And Liv Morgan would help him retain from there as well. In that time, he also helped Liv Morgan win the Divas Championship from Tiffany Stratton before retiring it, so that they both had gold. And it just seemed full steam ahead for Nathan Frazier from there. He beat everyone. He beat Ciampa. He beat Owens. He beat Penta. He beat Andrade. He beat everyone that they threw in his path. And then he got one-on-one with Bronson Reed the month Seth Rollins was sent back to Monday Night Raw. That's right, and that's where everything started to finally come apart a little bit for Nathan Frazier. Seth Rollins was officially back on Raw. Nathan Frazier took out the referee in his match with Bronson Reed, so Seth Rollins donned a referee shirt, and Big E has condoned it. Big E has said Seth had the stripes, therefore it was official, as Seth Rollins counted the 3 and Nathan Frazier lost the Intercontinental title. Nathan got a little bit of comeuppance, as did Liv, when Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch beat them in that brutal street fight at the Royal Rumble. Seth finally got a measure of revenge against Nathan in the Elimination Chamber, then a steel cage the next night on Raw. But we're burying the lead that in the meantime there, the night after the Royal Rumble, Nathan called it his perfect night when he took out Karrion Kross with the help of his buddy JD McDonough and helped Liv Morgan and Piper Niven get that U.S. title around Liv Morgan's waist. That is right, and now tonight, Karrion Kross is back after he beat the hell out of Nathan Frazier inside of a steel cage. And now tonight, as Kross has put it, he is the consequences of Nathan Frazier's actions. So, Nathan Frazier and Karrion Kross finally going to go one-on-one at WrestleMania. The last time they went one-on-one was Super SmackDown last season, and it was about 5 minutes. There was blood everywhere, and it was all Nathan Frazier's. And what do you think about this one, Doc? I think we could see a repeat of that tonight. I think Nathan Frazier gets everything that's coming to him, and Karrion Kross is going to steamroll him. He can't keep getting away with it. I'm locking in Nathan Frazier. Well, that is your prerogative to do so. Folks, we're going to move into our first matchup of WrestleMania Kickoff. Please, everybody, give a warm welcome to Boy 123 Jim, because it is time for the last woman standing.
And now it's time for a last woman standing match. As it's time for the Queen and the EST to duke it out on the grandest stage of them all. We're live in Las Vegas, Nevada, here in Allegiant Stadium, sold out tonight to see these two superstars collide. Last woman standing. No pitfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is incapacitate your opponent until they can't answer the referee's count of 10. And that's exactly what that woman right there, Bianca Belair, plans on doing. Especially after the last few months where Bianca won the women's title from Asuka at Survivor Series, only for Charlotte Flair to get traded over to the Blue Brand, and all hell broke loose ever since. Charlotte Flair was able to win the championship from Bianca after 1 month of Bianca's title reign, only for Candice LeRae to cash in after Bianca Belair was able to send a message to the Queen. And after both women trying to get back into the title hunt, both are just being bigger obstacles to one another. To a point where Shawn Michaels had to come in and say, you know what, as SmackDown General Manager, it is my duty to put this rivalry to rest once and for all. So at WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, last woman standing to settle the score once and for all. A lot of history, respectively, for both women within this series, and now tonight, they collide. Collar will tie up to begin this match. As the EST, oh no, Charlotte able to turn that around quickly after the collarbone tie by both women there. As Charlotte Flair trying to get the upper hand, got wrist control on the Bianca. Very calm, very interesting way to start this match. Especially after week, an all-out assault by both women onto each other. All over the SmackDown brand is Belair able to send Charlotte to the outside. And now the EST up top. Looking to fly here. Big splash onto the floor. High risk and high reward indeed. As you see the referee looking to make the count. As Belair looking to go after a weapon perhaps. As Charlotte Flair able to get back up to her feet. Oh, kendo stick in hand, but a chop block by Flair. Able to prevent EST and Belair to attack her with the kendo stick and a big boot. Good grief. The crowd is on their feet for this one here tonight. Charlotte Flair, a founding member of a group called the Six, but it sadly got kicked out back in season 4. An inaugural tag team champion. A former women's champion, like I mentioned, but because of Belair, allowing Candice LeRae to cash in, able to dodge that, did Belair, but Charlotte Flair got her in the grasp once again. And now the crowd watching with bated breath as Charlotte Flair, look at this, vertical suplex. Again, last woman standing. Normally a pinfall attempt would have been made there, but again, last woman standing. Got to beat your opponent down until they can't get up for a 10 count. Able to duck under the Flair. Off the ropes goes Belair. Leapfrog and got caught. Charlotte had something in mind, but Bianca was able to turn that around quickly. But again, in her grasp is Charlotte Flair, placing Belair in the corner. Full head of steam with a forearm. And on the referee, they're going to make the count. But Belair kicked up. Catching Charlotte, locking German suplex as well. Just when you thought Charlotte had it in the bag, Belair was able to turn that around quickly. Schoolgirl into a one-arm power bomb. Cannot underestimate the strength by both women. Uber athletes is Charlotte and Bianca. And again that time, spear by Belair. I believe Charlotte tried to go for that early in the match, but then Belair able to block it. And then it's Charlotte that got hit with a spear. Look at Charlotte! Cross body onto the outside. Bad placement there by Belair. Referee making the 10 count. Charlotte Flair taunting the WWE Universe, thinking that she has this in the bag, but it's Belair that gets up to her feet. Charlotte Flair overconfident. Maybe too overconfident for her own liking, but again, has things well in hand, able to take Belair outside. Charlotte Flair competing in her 5th WrestleMania. Was a part of... Oh wait, you saw Charlotte had something in mind, but Belair that time able to catch her off guard. Almost hung her out to dry on the top rope, but Charlotte able to take her down off the corner. And again, Charlotte feels that she has things well in hand here. For Bianca Belair competing in her 1st WrestleMania. Oh! And again, spear, but that time it's Charlotte able to return the favor from what Belair did early in the match. Count of 4 now. Charlotte thinks that she has it in the bag. Count of 7. Belair's in trouble. And count of 8, I believe. Belair was slowly getting up to her feet, only for Charlotte to cut her off. And now sends her off the ropes, thinking exploder perhaps. Belair counters. Back suplex. Right in the middle of the ring. And now the EST got the arms, able to hook it. Got her. And, glam slam. And now it's Charlotte on defense. It's Charlotte down for the count perhaps. Belair looking to get a weapon on the outside once again. A steel chair this time. Charlotte getting up to her feet. Not going to like the view here. But no, Charlotte caught her with a chop here. And a natural selection. Right when you thought Belair was going to swing with the chair, it's Charlotte Flair that takes advantage. Count of 6. Belair's in trouble. And Belair able to get up to her feet, and a double leg takedown that time by Charlotte. Trying to do everything she can to take Bianca out. But it's Belair showing Charlotte you shouldn't count your chickens. KOD! Charlotte counted her chickens before it hatched, and now she may be down for the count. Count of 5. Belair strapped with the chair in hand. Charlotte's down. And you saw Charlotte trying to get up to her feet, and Belair was not going to wait. Swinging for the fence with the chair. He heated. Oh my God! Attacking the referee! Belair wants to do more damage to Flair, not wanting the referee to count the 10 yet. Oh, but Charlotte with a DDT. Charlotte found an opening and escaped with a DDT. I don't think Charlotte even realized the referee's down. And now the referee slowly gets up to his feet. Now has to make the count. A heated rivalry over the Women's Championship. And now just leading into a last woman standing here at WrestleMania. All made by the SmackDown General Manager Shawn Michaels as Belair, look at this, power slam. Again, cannot deny the strength by both women there. And Bianca was able to showcase that. But again, make a referee looking to make the 10 count. Belair with the steel steps in hand. Looking to take things further, but you see Charlotte getting up to her feet. But Charlotte catches Belair, shoulder to the gut, onto the outside. It was because of Belair, Candice LeRae cashed in Money in the Bank on the Charlotte, ending her short title reign only for one night. Both women are stalemate at this point. Charlotte are going to go for a crossbody and again catched her off guard. Did Charlotte onto Belair to the outside. Referee can do is make the 10 count. Both women very resilient in this juncture. Kick to the midsection. And now, both women. Look at the tee off here almost. Trading blow for blow. Strike for strike. Right in front of the WWE Universe at ringside. Charlotte Flair competing in her 5th WrestleMania. Belair in her inaugural WrestleMania here in Las Vegas. This rivalry has began ever since Charlotte came over to SmackDown. And has been nothing but carnage ever since. And now both women trading blow for blow. As Belair with the final strike. Charlotte is dazed. And it's up to the EST to take advantage. Double axe head off the barricade. And then Belair again. Diving off, but that time off the apron with a senton. Sometimes you gotta think unorthodox. You gotta think outside the box in a last man/woman standing match in order to get the upper hand. The normal tactics won't work in a no-holds-barred environment compared to a regular one-on-one matchup. Charlotte Flair spear! And it's Belair ate the spear kip up, but again, it's Charlotte Flair with the upper hand. It's like if Charlotte's prepared to have things in her favor, but it's Belair prepared to take on anything head on. Downstairs, going for a powerbomb, perhaps. Oh no, got bad intentions. KOD onto the stairs steps. The strike to Belair! The transition from a powerbomb into the KOD! Onto the steel steps! The crowd is on their feet for this one! Count of 7! And it's Charlotte that gets up! Still! But it's Belair! With the KOD! 3rd time, maybe the charm! And then Belair stopping the count. Again, bad intentions. A heated rivalry. It's the KOD, the kiss of death. They'll finally do it for Charlotte. Charlotte's down. That's gotta do it. Belair wins! The KOD, the kiss of death! Indeed. It's the EST reigning supreme over the Queen Charlotte Flair. The baddest, the roughest, the toughest. The EST stands tall at WrestleMania.
Well, that was brutal. That lived up to the hype of a last woman standing match. We want to once again give a massive shout out to Boy123 Jim for being on commentary tonight. That's right, to quote the title of an incredible Sabrina Carpenter song, please, 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 go give him a subscribe, go give him some love over at his channel. You can find him linked down in the description and at the end of the show tonight. As the little thanks for watching graphic pops up, his channel logo will appear. So go give him a subscribe. Special thanks to Jim for doing that. Indeed, and that is not the only guest we'll be saying tonight. Grizzly will be up on comms up next for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal here on Kickoff. Is that next? I think the speed title's next. Oh, sorry, that'll be a little later tonight. My bad. But yes, all right, we're gonna cover 3 more matches up next. If that kind of weird gap in there covered between matches here. Actually, we might cover 4. Either way, we are covering up next. We are going to cover the women's tag team matchup going on tonight. Not the women's tag team titles, but the women's tag team matchup in general. Yeah, it's a mystery partner at WrestleMania. Tiffany Stratton throwing down a big tease for who it might be tonight. That is right. To give you a quick rundown of this one, Tiffany Stratton, arguably, this might be the year Rhea's grip on Superstar of the Year comes to an end. That's right, Tiffany Stratton had the run of a career, and she is only, I mean, Doc, you talk about youth in this industry, right? We talk about Ria Ripley being so young. Tiffany Stratton is 26. Tiffany Stratton is 26 years old. Yes, you're absolutely right. That puts her at 2 years younger than, 3 years younger than Ria Ripley by 2.5 years, really. But that puts her just a few months younger, about a year, 2 years and some change younger than Ria Ripley. And she has already done all of this. She's main evented premium live events. She went undefeated for a year and a half of her career. She beat every woman that called herself Divas Champion at any point in her career in the space of 12 months. She has the longest reign with the Divas Championship, overtaking Nikki Bella's and AJ Lee's record-setting reigns. Beat both of them on big stages, and now finds herself at WrestleMania against a Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer. Yes, all of that is true. And that's where this all fell apart. She wanted to take everything from Ria Ripley at the start of this year, so she brought in Trish Stratus to be her tag team partner. They failed against the Judgment Day. Tiffany then got a shot at the United States title after the Royal Rumble on the road to the Elimination Chamber. Trish Stratus betrayed her. Cost her that. Oh no, it was the night after the Elimination Chamber, rather, after Rhea had successfully retained against Trish. Trish cost Tiffany the US title. She then cost her a shot at the Money in the Bank matchup tonight. She then brought in Mickie James to make it 2-on-1. And from there, Trish Stratus talked about how Tiffany didn't have any friends. No one wanted to be Tiffany's friend. No one wanted to stand by her side. No one wanted to help her against the legends that were Trish and Mickie. That is right. And now tonight, it's put up a shut up. Tiffany has said she's found a friend, that she had to look outside to find a friend. And, well, I suppose this is a 2-part prediction. Who do you think is walking out of this one to win? The Legends or Tiffany and whoever her partner is? And who did she mean when she said that the glitz and glamour shine brightest at WrestleMania? Well, I think that a lot of people believe this is going one way, especially with one of the words she said there. I'm not going to elaborate too much on it. I don't want to ruin the magic for people that are still trying to figure it out. But I will say, Tiffany Stratton's been one to subvert expectations a lot in her career. I think a lot of people thought she was going to lose to the likes of AJ Lee, to Nikki Bella, and others. I think a lot of people thought she was going to lose to Roxanne Perez in that ladder match at the start of this season, and she's proved us all wrong. She's subverted expectations at every turn. We've heard some rumblings that she's leaving her current employment. Tiffany talked about people from outside of WWE. I think tonight, Dr. Britt Baker is going to make the jump. There's been a lot of rumors she's WWE bound here soon, and I could see Tiffany pulling that off. And one way or another, I think Tiffany Stratton is someone that you don't bet against. We've talked about you never bet against Ria Ripley. You don't bet against Tiffany Stratton at this point in the Aldis universe either. Well, the DMD is a massive, massive shout on that one. I'm going to stay a little local to WWE. I think when she said she had to look outside, I think she had to look outside the Raw roster. I'm looking down there at NXT. Earlier tonight at NXT Stand and Deliver, Sol Ruka had that incredible ladder match, her rematch for the NXT Women's Championship. Many believe she is main roster bound at this point, that we'll be seeing her on Raw or SmackDown here in the near future, heading into Season 7. I think that the Surfer Girl makes her debut here at WrestleMania, teams up with Tiffany Stratton, and they get the win. Because like you said, you don't bet against Tiffany Stratton in the LS11 universe. And maybe that'll be wrong for both of us. We saw Trish Stratus become women's champion just 2 years ago against the odds. But I'm locking it in. Tiffany and her partner, and I'm saying it's Sol Ruka. I'm going with the bold ones, Britt Baker. Well, let's talk about our next match then. Because up next, it might be John Cena's final WrestleMania. That's right, Cena has said that he has about a year left on his clock here before he finally hangs up the sneakers, hangs up the jorts, and calls it a day. Cena said that after 25 years of doing this, his body can't do it anymore, and he doesn't feel like he can be the John Cena of old anymore. So he's not going to give the fans a phoned-in, lazy John Cena. He's going to let the fans remember him as he was, not as he is now. And he's going to go out on his terms this year. And he's doing that tonight against a man that made himself John Cena's final opponent in Lexis King. That's right, the loose cannon of SmackDown, the son of Flying Brian, now leads a group called The Court with Shawn Spears and Brooks Jensen. We've seen Cena trying to take them down left, right, and center. And now tonight at WrestleMania, Lexis King. What a way to debut at WrestleMania, huh? Talk about a WrestleMania debut for Lexis King. Going in there against the GOAT. How do you think this goes down? I think Lexis King beats him. What? I think Lexis King beats him. I said it. It might be John Cena's final WrestleMania. We have seen Lexis King beat Cody Rhodes this year. We've seen him take Seth Rollins to the limit this year. We've seen him take CM Punk to the limit this year. This has been a breakout season for Lexis King, and he belongs on that breakout star of the year list for a reason. I think that this year is Lexis King's year, and he's going to beat John Cena. I mean, I'm not going against the GOAT, man. I'm sorry. I'm not. It's John Cena. Alright, well, let's talk about our next match then. Alright, let's talk next matchup before we throw things down to Connell and the creative team for the Speed Championship. That's right, let's throw it down to them here in a moment. Let's talk about the Intercontinental title, Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. Now, we already talked about Bronson Reed a little bit, but this is a guy that's been on the run of a season. He has been an absolute menace here on Raw this season. He has demolished everyone. He's obviously not eligible for Breakout Star of the Year. He's been on Raw for a couple of years now. If you've been on the show for a few years, and you're already a former champion and stuff, you've been doing big stuff, you're not eligible for Breakout Star of the Year. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how he's demolished Johnny Gargano, he broke the ring with Moose, he got arrested at one point, he seemingly had the IC title won at SummerSlam, he squashed Karrion Kross, something that no one's ever done before, he beat Nathan Frazier for the Intercontinental title at December to Dismember, had a match of the year candidate with Axiom at the Royal Rumble, retired Bill Goldberg down in the land down under of Super Showdown in Australia, in his home country in front of his friends and family. And now tonight, he is the biggest bully in WWE, and Austin Theory's got to try and take him down. Two sides of the same coin. Bronson Reed's had an incredible season. Austin Theory's had a bit of a bumpy one. Came here to Raw with a lot of promise. Got cost to match Nick Aldis after Aldis cheated. Found his alliance with Adam Pearce and Thea Hale. And Adam Pearce has really been a good coach for Austin Theory as of late. That's right, he really has. We've seen Austin Theory getting big wins, having big matches. He beat Jimmy Uso with the help of Roman Reigns. He was in the winning team for War Games. He had that incredible matchup with Gunther at December to Dismember. And Gunther's really going to dominate the match of the year contenders this year. Well, that doesn't surprise anyone. Had a good showing at the Royal Rumble, ultimately getting eliminated by the final boss. And now tonight, Austin Theory has a chance to stand up to a bully and win the Intercontinental title. He's a former Intercontinental champion, but the last time he did it with the help of Triple H, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre. That's right, the proto days of the Six. But now tonight, Austin Theory's got to try and do it on his own. But the problem has been he can't get Bronson Reed on his shoulders for A-Town down. And if he can't hit A-Town down, what's going to happen? It's a good question, Doc, but you look at it, Austin Theory, I think he's resourceful. We've seen him get big guys like AJ Francis up for that. I think that it's just been he's in his own head. I think he's in his own head right now, and that's where the problem lies. If you're in your own head, you're not going to be able to get it done. I think Austin Theory, we're going to see it tonight. It's going to be like WrestleMania 20. He's going to get Bronson Reed on his shoulders the same way John Cena did to the Big Show, maybe minus the brass knuckles, maybe with brass knuckles, who knows? And I think we're going to see a new Intercontinental Champion. I had to disagree with you there. Bronson Reed feels like he's only just won the title. I think he's going to hold it for a long time. But we're going to throw it down to the creative team, Arnold, JT, and Tatum. It's time for the Speed title. All right, folks. Well, welcome to WrestleMania Night 1 Kickoff. We've got some very special guests. It's me, it's Arnold, here leading the charge tonight, and we are kicking things off on Kickoff. Okay, kind of, with a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Speed title. I've got 2 very special guests from the LS11 creative team for this one.
Hello, LS11 Universe. It's the notorious JT Jason.
LS11 Universe, my name is Tatum Lords, and I am very excited to be here today with JT and Carnold and the WrestleMania Kickoff with JD McDonough and Axiom.
Talking about a guy I am not... Wait, Axiom? You mean Oblivion?
No,
Yeah,
this one right here, this guy used to be Oblivion a couple of seasons ago, but this one is a big showdown. JD McDonough, who we know is a big buddy of Nathan Frasier, who we're going to be seeing take on Karrion Kross here later tonight on the main show of WrestleMania Night 1. JD McDonough, he used to don the Oblivion mask in NXT when he was trying to take the North American title from Axiom. And then just a few weeks ago, he cost Axiom a #1 contender's gauntlet to the Intercontinental Championship, said he was going to take the Speed title and just destroy it if he could beat Axiom for it tonight.
I gotta say, there's one guy here, it's a very exciting night, but this is one guy I can't say I'm excited to see at all. Fuck you,
Me
JD.
neither.
I hope Axiom, quote unquote, kicks your bobblehead off your shoulders.
I hope Axiom kicks JD McDonough all the way back to the Minecraft game that he came from.
Well, here we are at WrestleMania. The Speed Champion, it's Axiom. I think that's how Zander kind of does it. It's a little weird when I try and do it, but Axiom is here tonight making his way to the ring. It is Axiom's first ever WrestleMania for this young man. He was an incredible North American champion NXT this time last year, and now tonight he walks into his first of what will definitely be many WrestleManias for many of years to come as well.
Hold up now. Are we sure this is not Oblivion?
I'm very positive. Oblivion was unmatched as JD McDonough like 2 years ago now or something almost.
I don't know, man. He looks a lot like Oblivion to me. I'm just saying.
No, Axiom kind of looks like A-Kid, to be honest.
I have no idea who A-Kid is.
I mean, it's just a suggestion. He looks like A-Kid.
Oh yeah, he does look like a kid.
I think it's his eyes.
All right, well, this is the first time the Speed title's ever been defended in a case where it was not a 5-minute time limit. And there are no time limits tonight. Instead, it is whoever can score 2 out of 3 falls.
Speed is the game, but today it's the determination. It's the determination. It's the relevance. It's the agility. It's the power. All those things. We can't quite limit that. Oh my God!
Axiom, Hurricane Rana. Hurricane Rana now standing moonsault to JD McDonough.
But JD kicking out. As I'm saying, you see that kind of Speed title determination right there. That Speed title quickness right there. Axiom trying to wrap this up in a bow, nice and fast, and takes JD McDonough out.
Oh, trying to go for a shooting star, but JD McDonough said not today, and now he sends them into the steel steps. Oh, well, look out for the cred hydration station. No, not the cred.
I wanted to drink some of that.
Oh, I wanted to try some.
A proud sponsor of LS11 Universe. Drink Creta, you're a piece of shit.
Drink Creta. No, not the Creta hydration station.
We can't set that back up.
I wanted to try some. Oh, no. Onto the announcer's desks. And if you can't see us, it's because we're wearing invisible spray, guys, from SpongeBob.
It's the invisibility spray from Muppets from Space. Great movie. Overhated, if you ask me.
Great movie.
What are these movies you talking about?
And now sends him into the barricade at 6 count. I think they got to get back in the ring and not gonna.
Hey, I mean, technically, if they're both out within a with a count out and everything like that, I don't think anyone gets the point. Oh,
JD, don't Google me to the top.
oh,
A headbutt by JD McDonough.
Using that big ass head.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna have a bobblehead like that, then you got to use it as a weapon.
I can land a biplane on his forehead.
So.
Wait, something behind him?
Shot block.
Oh, JT, all I'm saying though is like you and I have wrestled before, so not having something big and hard doesn't necessarily mean you use it as a weapon in wrestling.
I wrestled too.
Yeah, but you never wrestled either of us. JT and I, we have history at the Waffle House, as many people might remember.
Yeah.
I want someone to ask me what my Waffle House order is.
Yeah, thanks for the. Yeah, actually, thanks for the Waffle House order. I never really got to thank you for that.
We got to invite Malcolm to LS11 Universe.
What is JD McDonough doing now? If he does this, he's gonna get
the chair.
Fall.
No.
And Axiom has scored the first fall.
Oh, and a shooting star press.
But this might be strategy from JD McDonough.
Oh, but I think I see what he's doing right now. There's
taking out Axiom.
That definitely helped him to not have to fight from under.
Throwing that chair at the face. I mean, the damage was done by that. Axiom has not moved since.
Shouts out to Finn. That double foot stomp.
Finn Balor later tonight going to be taking on AJ Styles at WrestleMania as well. Of course, Finn Balor, the mentor of JD McDonough many years ago, Fight Factory Pro Wrestling.
Oh my God. Flattens Axiom, one of the most talented luchadors on the WWE roster currently. And I see a lot of potential in that guy.
Wait a minute, what's McDonough doing here? JD McDonough.
JD McDonough now. Oh.
With Axiom. Axiom tucks and rolls.
Oh, misses it. Axiom weaves. And now Axiom. No! He's trying to go for a Spanish fly. Brandon Collins' favorite move. But no.
The headbutt puts him right back down. Oh, wait. What's he doing? Oh.
No.
Ooh, takes his head off with that lariat.
Lariat dog.
Oh,
now
wait.
McDonough, he'll gladly take the count out. It gets him one step closer to the speed title.
Ooh, oh my God. But Axiom's getting back up. Gonna have to do a little bit more damage tonight.
McDonough's flying through the air.
I don't know if you could see, but I think that bobblehead landed right against the nose of Axiom. Axiom might have a broken nose after that one.
We gotta check if Axiom's okay. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's JD McDonough.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
and
no.
Oh, no. No, don't do this.
Axiom's trapped. Axiom's trapped.
Axiom.
Oh, my God. Axiom's trapped. I don't know if he can get out. I don't know if he can get out.
No. This can't be it. Somebody stop this madness.
Not like this. Not like this.
He's fighting.
Wait. Oh, he slips out.
Axiom is fighting. He still has some fight left in him.
But look at the body of Axiom. That is a beaten and bruised man. Oh!
A headbutt. Uh-oh. No.
Devil inside for the 1, 2. JD McDonough
three.
scores the next fall.
Oh my
And now
God.
it's all evened up. The next fall.
Oh, he's going to run for cover. No, no, kick out. Oh, my God. Oh, wait. I don't know. He's going for the cover. One. No. It's just a back and forth with cover after cover after cover.
Who's going to come out on top?
Both of these men trying to pin one another. But
that's some speed action right there.
Steps. Hurricane Rana.
Oh. Stops on him.
Oh my God.
What an arm drag. A Japanese arm drag. Taking Axiom down off to his back. And oh no, what's he doing up top there? Don't you need to go up there.
Don't you dare.
You don't need to go up there.
Don't do it. He's got a family.
No, you keep doing that. Is that all she wrote for Axiom Speed title reign? What more
kick out
does JD McDonough have to do?
And now throws him into the ropes. Axiom is down. But Axiom is still in fighting condition.
Oh, they're both down. What do they do? What's going to happen? Who's going to prevail?
Axiom's getting up. So is JD McDonough. Going for right there. McDonough. Poison Rana. Cover now. 1, 2. No! A kick out.
And JD can't believe that right there. He just threw one of his best shots.
Bounces him off the ropes. Drop down there. Leapfrog. What's he going to go for here? Another Spanish fly. Oh, no.
Look at that. Axiom.
Oh, no. He got busted open. He used the head one too many times. We got a bleeder.
Oh, my God. And a shooting star.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
no.
JD. Seeing red. But he's going still. And what's going to happen? What's JD going to do next? How is he going to prevail now?
He's bleeding. He's bleeding. Let's get this man a Band-Aid.
I'm going to say, the sight of blood on JD McDonough, it just feels right. It just feels right. He kind of deserves this shit. Oh, no. What's he doing?
JD McDonough off the ropes. He's looking to fly. Superman. Oh, my God.
All right. I don't like the guy, but that was impressive. That was impressive.
Oh, he hoists up
that chair still.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't do it. No, JD. Oh.
Well, he has a pinfall victory. Uh-oh. Oh. Forearm.
Oh,
ratio.
my God. Golden ratio. Golden ratio.
Come on, get him back inside. Get him back inside. Put the nail in the cover.
Get him back in the ring.
And Axiom, he sent JD back in the ring. What the
hell?
Jack Perry on his back. Jack Perry, what the hell is he doing here?
Oh, no.
What the hell is this guy doing here? He doesn't work here.
He doesn't work here.
The referee's too busy checking on JD and that busted open bobble head of his. You can't see anything.
Oh, my God.
And that tube was made of real glass.
Not the real.
Well, Axiom's been thrown back in the ring by Jack Perry.
What the hell?
Come on, you got. What the fuck is
that stupid son of a gun, Jack
Oh,
Perry?
and he took that piece of shit. Just helping out this piece of shit.
No, this cannot be it. No, please, God,
no. Come on, fight, Axiom. Fight.
Sim's fighting. He's fighting for dear life. He does not want his WrestleMania moment to be embarrassed by the likes of JD. Mick, don't Google me.
Oh, and here comes I think he wanted the golden ratio.
Up, but no. Oh, God. No.
Wow.
JD McDonough has him up. Oh, no.
No, come on.
No.
Axiom gave everything he had, but now Devil inside.
No, no.
1,
One,
2,
two. Why is she clapping him?
No, you've got to be kidding me. That piece of shit, Jack Perry, just ruined Axiom's WrestleMania moment and ruined his title reign. Oh my god, what a piece of garbage.
And what a
The
match
two.
it had been before that moment as well.
I
These
swear,
two
man,
suck.
Axiom almost retained. Axiom came so close to winning. He had to
It was
right
Jack
here,
Perry's fault.
right there, when JD McDonough had that chair. That man had to fight from under. It was a fight. It was a war for himself. But you know what? JD McDonough had to go use every cheap tactic he could in the book. Every slimy, scumbag piece of shit way he could get the advantage. He used it.
That they did, gentlemen. But now, with the help of the scapegoat who has seemingly crossed through that forbidden door here tonight, J.D. McDonough has done what he said, and he has won the Speed Championship. But now the question is he going to keep his word and destroy the Speed Championship? I suppose we'll find out on Monday. J.D. McDonough getting the win, capturing his first championship here in the LS11 universe.
JD McDonough sending Axiom into oblivion.
Well, this is not the last time you guys are going to hear from the kickoff, from the creative team during WrestleMania weekend, but we will bid you adieu for now, and we will be back for a future match. What just happened? Jack Perry? At WrestleMania of all places. Well, we're going to have to speedrun the rest of the matches. I realize we're coming up on the hour mark, and we still have 2 other matches to see happen, one of which is the Andre Battle Royal, that is Aldis and Orton. So we're going to talk about AJ Styles and Finn Balor. We're gonna start talking a little bit quicker about the matches here. This one came about. AJ Styles had called himself the new wrestling god. He and Finn Balor challenging each other to find their true selves once again after a season of up and downs. That's right, AJ Styles is Trios champion alongside the Good Brothers earlier this year. We saw them abandon him at Survivor Series and rejoin Bullet Club after the Elite won the Trios titles. And Finn Balor, I have to say, he's not done much this season, has he? No, it seems he hasn't. It's unfortunate for the former WrestleMania main eventer. These guys, very similar career paths in the past here in LS11 Universe. Both former Rumble winners, both former WrestleMania main eventers. AJ Styles calls himself the new wrestling god. What do you think tonight? The new wrestling god gets the win. I think AJ Styles gets the win, and I think whoever walks out of our main event tomorrow with the World Heavyweight title's got to look out. You know what? I don't think I could have said any better myself. I'm going with AJ Styles as well on this one. That leads us over to a steel cage match. That's right, a steel cage is sitting at WrestleMania for the first time in LS11 that we've gotten to see here on the grandest stage of them all, as Roxanne Perez gets her rematch against the Intercontinental Women's Champion, Bayley. It's really like past versus present in this one. Roxanne Perez reminds so many people of Bayley when she was that age. She started out as this lovable underdog babyface, then went bad, and everyone realized that, well, she's doing the work of her career right now. Roxanne was the inaugural Intercontinental Champion, losing the gold at Saturday night's main event. It's been back and forth between them. Tonight is the rubber match. Tonight is where it all blows off between them for this championship. And I gotta say, I am gonna go with Roxanne. Really? Why do you say that? What was she doing this time last year, Doc? Well, she was retaining the Women's World Championship against Ria Ripley. She's the last person to pin Ria Ripley. She's in a steel cage. She's not trapped in there with Bayley. Bayley's trapped in there with her. Well, you know what? You might have convinced me on that one. But I'm going to split the difference here, and I'm going to go with Bayley. I don't count out Bayley at WrestleMania. Alright, let's talk about our next matchup. That's right, it's our final matchup we're going to talk about before we throw it down to Grizzly Entertainment for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, The Rock and Jey Uso. This is a big one, a Sin City street fight. The Rock came back calling himself the final boss a year ago with that People's Championship that he claims was gifted to him by the late great Muhammad Ali. Claims. We've never really seen any proof of that. Well, The Rock claims a lot of things. And, well, along the way, he's beaten everyone's favorite, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and now tonight he looks to add his own family, his own flesh and blood, Jey Uso, to that list. Jey Uso should have had a breakout season, should have had an incredible season if it wasn't for The Rock. He was the United States Champion. He got sent to SmackDown where he was going to be away from his family, not having to worry about any family drama. Rock pays off the D'Angelos pay off John Cone, Ilya Dragunov wins the US title 5 days into Jay's reign. Yep. He then has to deal with Solo, he has to deal with the D'Angelos, he has to deal with Next Wave, he has to deal with Drew, he has to deal with everything and anything before Rock finally shows himself and gets into this one. And Jey Uso tonight looks to have this big win here. And I gotta tell you, I am a little worried about if Jay can do it. Why is that? Because last year we all thought LA Knight was going to make this a one and done for the final boss. And now here we are. Solid point. Everyone thought Sami Zayn was going to do it. Everyone thought Drew McIntyre was going to do it. It feels different tonight. And it feels like if anyone could do it, it's Jey Uso. But I just don't know. I went with my heart over my head in the Danielson match. I'm going to do it again. I think Jey Uso is going to pull it off. Well, then if you're going to be the idealist, I'll be the realist. The Rock's going to pull it out. The Rock's going to walk out of here with the People's Championship. All right, let's throw it down to Grizzly for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Hello everybody, and my name is Jack Maverick, representing the YouTube channel Grizzly ENT and Grizzly Pro Wrestling here on YouTube. Welcome to WrestleMania Night 1, and right now, we are going to be kicking off the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, already making his way down to the ring, representing the LWO, the leader of the LWO, recently taken over for Andrade, the Hall of Famer, former Cruiserweight Tag Team and Intercontinental Champion, Rey Mysterio. Now, as Rey Mysterio makes his way down to the ring, we do have a couple of entries already in there. We have Otis representing SmackDown. The rumors say that Alpha Academy is being eyed to go to Raw in the draft on Monday, so we'll see how that happens. We also have Angel Garza representing SmackDown, Frankie Kazarian from Raw, the leader of the Kaz Dojo, Charlie Dempsey making his way down to the ring as well right before Rey came out, and Miles Bourne, who will also be representing Raw. But we have two more people to walk out here tonight, and making his way down to the ring is the biggest luchador to ever step across a ring. He is El Grande Amosicano. Amosicano, people would say that he is one of the most intimidating luchadors to ever come across a WWE ring. Haters will say he's Omos, but that Twitter handle quite clearly says that he is not. He's the world's largest luchador. And you can see Omos with the ovation of the crowd here tonight, the trumpets ringing out, and with every single opponent eyeing to be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. El Grande Amosicano, he is going to be one of the targets here in this matchup. I mean, you know, how are you going to be able to get this guy over the top rope? I mean, he scales over the top rope, but, you know, that could be a weakness that the rest of the competitors are going to have to, you know, take into account if they want to walk out as the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner here in the Allegiant Stadium at WrestleMania. And what a beautiful environment Las Vegas has been as we have been, you know, struggling to get up the escalators and stuff across the strip. Shinsuke Nakamura gonna be the final man to step into the ring for the Battle Royal here tonight, representing SmackDown. We have not seen much of Shinsuke Nakamura this season, the former two-time Intercontinental Champion and former SmackDown Tag Team Champion, alongside with Ilya Dragunov in the Tag Team Invincible Strong Style. And you can hear this WrestleMania crowd. I mean, Shinsuke has had a number of WrestleMania moments. Who can forget when he won the Royal Rumble in 2018 and went on to face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship? And then who could forget what happened immediately after that match? Shinsuke hit AJ Styles in the balls. But either way, big WrestleMania moment. Is Shinsuke Nakamura going to be able to pick off another one here tonight and become the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner here at WrestleMania Vegas? And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that this is not the only time you're going to hear my voice this weekend, as if you tune in for Night 2, you will be hearing me taking part in the Goddess of the Squared Circle Battle Royal in memory of Luna Vachon, but that will be on Night 2. Here tonight, sorry, had to let Shinsuke get his moment, but either way, tonight, right here, right now, we will determine the Battle Royal winner, and my God, the crowd, the energy here in the Allegiant Stadium as WrestleMania dawns upon us. We are set in motion, and with 8 competitors just itching and clawing at the opportunity of a lifetime. Here we go. Oh my God, the matchup immediately starting out. It's going to be a little bit hard to keep up with everything, so I apologize if I seem a little scatterbrained during this matchup. Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne, they immediately get caught up in the ropes. Miles Bourne sends Rey Mysterio down. But now, Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne. Whoa! Wait a minute. Masakano. Who was that? I think that was Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian, the first person eliminated in this matchup. He's going to have to head back to the dojo, going to have to learn a little bit more. But, oh God, this is not a combination that you want to see as Masakano. Holy shit! Just sent Rey Mysterio down with just 7.5 foot and didn't even leave his feet. Oh man, what a beautiful moonsault. Rey Mysterio with the tightrope drop kick, knocking down Masakano for the moment, but that will not be it as Angel Garza is eliminated by Masakano. Oh no, grabbing Shinsuke Nakamura by the throat and just drops him with a huge choke slam. And now we are down to 6 people, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup clearly taking a little bit of a faster step as Shinsuke Nakamura sent over the top, and Rey Mysterio, he's in a little bit of trouble on the corner here with Miles Bourne. Miles trying to eliminate the WWE Hall of Famer, trying to eliminate Rey Mysterio here. Masakano dropping Charles Dempsey with a huge choke bomb, and wait a minute now, Omos sends Charles Dempsey over, but no, Charlie Dempsey saving himself for the moment. I think Rey Mysterio, whoa, look at the strength of Shinsuke, maybe looking for a landslide, but Masakano landing on his feet quickly. Oh no, not again, and Masakano choke slam to the King of Strong Style. As, look at this now, Otis in the middle of the ring, Oklahoma Stampede. And wait a minute now, Shinsuke trying to hold on, but Masakano he's trying to take Shinsuke Nakamura out of this matchup, but you can see that everybody's sort of picking a target. You got one-on-one-on-ones. Oh my God, did Otis just get a destroyer from Rey Mysterio? How in the living hell is Otis even able to get back up into the corner after that? But speaking in the other corner, Miles Bourne immediately trying to eliminate Charles Dempsey here, but Charlie Dempsey, he might be in a little bit of trouble immediately with the Snap Fisherman, dropping Miles Bourne in the middle of the ring, and you got to think with, everybody clawing and itching. Oh, Shinsuke, what a beautiful drop kick, taking down Masakano. And Miles Bourne immediately just hammering away on Shinsuke Nakamura. Rey Mysterio trying to get some power, and whoa, Otis with an elimination. Eliminates Charlie Dempsey. And wait a minute now, Miles Bourne going after the Hall of Famer once again. Miles Bourne going to try to eliminate Rey Mysterio for the moment as we are down to 5. We have Charlie Dempsey, he just got eliminated. Miles Bourne representing Raw, Masakano representing Raw, Rey Mysterio and Raw, Shinsuke on SmackDown. Wait a minute, I looked away for a second and Miles Bourne immediately eliminated. As I said, curse of the commentator. I was looking over the notes that I was given here tonight, but oh no. Wait a minute, Otis was looking for something big there. Oh man, nearly sent Rey Mysterio over the top as Shinsuke catches Otis with a power bomb and just slams him in the middle of the ring. But now Shinsuke! Kinshasa! No! Masakano stopping the Kinshasa. Rey Mysterio trying to take down Masakano, but you can just see right now, oh no, Masakano, he's going right after the biggest guy in the ring, and Otis has been eliminated down to 3. Shinsuke Nakamura, oh my God, has Omasa Kano up, sends him down for a landslide. That was more like a goddamn blizzard, if anything. And look at this now, as Omasa Kano counters the Irish whip. Shinsuke could be in trouble, but no. Rey Mysterio tried to steal the elimination. Oh, Rey Mysterio getting sent flat onto his back. And now Shinsuke trying to go for another Kinshasa. But Omasa Kano counters Shinsuke with the Irish whip. Omos, he just holding on. I'm surprised his leg didn't smack the floor on the way down. Omos had amazing control. Omasa Kano dropped with the face buster. And, you know, I'm trying to keep myself up, keep trying to say Omasa Kano getting stopped by every move before I can get out the full word. But now Shinsuke, he's going to take Rey Mysterio for the moment. I believe these two have had matchups in the past before. And wait a minute now, Omasa Kano back up to his feet with 3 men remaining in this matchup. How is this going to go as Omasa Kano just drops Rey Mysterio to the floor over the top, and now it is down to El Grande Omasa Kano and the King of Strong Style. The King of Strong Style versus the world's largest luchador. One of these two men are going to walk out with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. And Andre might be looking down in amazement as El Grande Omasa Kano has become the new Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. While the world's largest luchador bests the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I don't think you can get any more dedicated than that, as Omasa Kano was able to eliminate half of the field here in this Battle Royal here tonight, and Omasa Kano has finally walked in to WrestleMania with a huge win. What a debut for Grande Omasa Kano. And it was the numerous chokeslams to Shinsuke that I thought would have been the end of him. You can see right here that Shinsuke was literally hanging on the ropes, so to speak, before anything could happen. And also Otis getting a freaking destroyer? I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura planting El Grande Omasa Kano with the landslide, and Shinsuke able to skin the cat for the moment to be able to be the final man in this matchup against Omasa Kano. And this was the turning point right here, the big elbow to the face, and he sent Shinsuke Nakamura sky high and then just tossed him right out. El Grande Omasa Kano makes it look easy. Thank you for joining me in the Night 1 pre-show of WrestleMania 41. I've been Jack Maverick, Grizzly ENT, and I will see you later.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Omasa Kano wins it. As a luchador myself, I'm very proud. This also means that El Grande Omasa Kano heads to Backlash, Mexico 3 weeks from today and will challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. Brilliant. 10 out of 10. No notes. Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, look out. Let's talk about our other six-man Let's talk about a six-man street fight tonight. No holds barred, anything goes. The Shield versus the Bloodline. Hounds of Justice are back. I mean, what more is there to say about this one? Jimmy was the start of the season NXT champion, barreled through it with the Bloodline by his side. They were known as the Forsaken at the beginning of the season. Jimmy had a brief run as Tribal Chief, beating Roman Reigns when none of the family would help him. Roman found his family in the Shield. They're all back together. Seth Rollins is the real talking point here because he's wrestling twice in the next 24 hours, and we'll talk about that more tomorrow on Kickoff before his match with Tommaso Ciampa. And Jon Moxley now back in the WWE and part of the Shield. It's a real one-to-one here. You got the Tribal Chiefs and Roman and Jimmy. You got the in-ring technicians, the masterminds, and Seth Rollins and Tama Tonga. And you got the lunatics that will kill you and smile while doing it, Jon Moxley and Jacob Fatu. You gotta think, there's the Tonga Loa and the William Regal factor. Yeah, how could we forget Tonga Loa? Wow, you of all people not being kind to the infamous Tonga Loa. Yeah, how could we forget Tonga Loa? Going with the Shield. You know what? I just have this sickening feeling that the Bloodline's got something. I don't know if they've got maybe a giant, maybe a destroyer, maybe something unexpected planned. But I'm giving it to the Bloodline on this one. Well, that's your prerogative, Doc. I'm going with the Shield. Alright, let's talk about Women's Money in the Bank up next. Yep, let's do it. Let's talk about the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match up next. 8 women are going to step in, 4 from Raw and 4 from SmackDown. On Raw's side of things, Chelsea Green, Lola Vice, Jade Cargill, and Alexa Bliss. From SmackDown side of things, Naomi, Asuka, Alba Fire, former Money in the Bank winner in her own right, and Julia the Beautiful Madness. I love Money in the Bank. It can go anyone's way. There's not much to talk about with these ones because it is Money in the Bank. You know what you're getting with Money in the Bank. So, you know who I'm going to go with? Who are you going to go with in this one? I am going to go with Jade Cargill. She walked into WrestleMania this time last year as champion. I think she walks out this time this year with a guaranteed shot. That's a very bold pick, I will say. But you know what? If you're going with someone from Raw, I'm going with someone from SmackDown. I'm going with someone who's been flying under the radar just a little bit this season. But I really think he's going to walk out with that briefcase. I'm going with the Beautiful Madness, Julia. We'll talk about the men's briefcase tomorrow. But this year, I mean, we've seen what the women's briefcase did for Candice LeRae. But, folks, let's talk about our WrestleMania Night 1 main event, shall we? Let's do it. The Women's World Championship on the line. Rhea Ripley and Jordynne Grace. A battle of monsters. 2 of the most dominant women in LS11 history. 2 women that this season have gone almost undefeated. Jordynne Grace's only pinfall loss coming when she lost to Fallon Henley at Worlds Collide for the NXT and TNA Knockouts title. Rhea Ripley costing her that matchup by putting her through a table before the matchup could even begin. Jordynne Grace won the NXT Women's Tag Team titles with Stephanie Vaquer on the road to WrestleMania, winning them at NXT Halloween Havoc before Zander even knew he was leaving NXT. That's right, they beat Fatal Influence on that night. Fatal Influence, who recently regained the titles and will be seeing in action tomorrow in the winner-take-all match. Jordynne Grace then came out number 2 in the Women's Royal Rumble, still as one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, and won the whole damn thing. Rhea Ripley, 2 sides of the same coin, started this season on a bit of a low note. The 2 had a bit of an encounter at Payback when Jordynne Grace was the Knockouts champion, actually, in the final Judgment matchup where it was Buddy Murphy, Damian Priest, Karrion Kross, and Rhea Ripley against Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, Tommaso Ciampa, and Jordynne Grace. Judgment Day got the win on that night, but it was far from the last time we'd see Jordynne Grace and Rhea Ripley going at it. We see it now tonight. Rhea Ripley in that time ended Tiffany Stratton's reign as Women's World Champion, won the Women's Tag Team titles alongside Cora Jade, and in the midst of all this, Cora Jade got jealous at the Rhea Ripley and Jordynne Grace situation and ended up costing herself a WWE contract. That's right, she interrupted the contract signing for this matchup, and Jordynne Grace's official Raw contract signing got put through a table for her troubles, challenged Jordynne Grace to a match the next week on Raw, came up short, made a gamble, went to Big E and said, I want to be in the WrestleMania main event, and if I want a match with Rhea to get there, and if I lose, I will voluntarily leave WWE. Rhea was remorseful about it, but Cora Jade was a woman of her word. Rhea felt sorry to see her go, said you did good and I'll miss you, kid. Hit it with the Riptide and got the win, but now tonight, it is just these 2. No Judgment Day, no outside interference, nobody. Just Rhea and Jordynne for the championship. I mean, I would say how can you bet against Rhea Ripley the same way I did with Tiffany Stratton earlier tonight, but Doc, how do you bet against Jordynne Grace? And Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania record's not perfect either. In fact, in championship matches, she is 1 for 2 at WrestleMania. That's right, Season 2, she beat Shayna Baszler. Season 3, she lost the title. Season 4, she wasn't in a title match. And last season, she lost to Roxanne Perez. WrestleMania seems to be where Rhea Ripley struggles the most. But Jordynne Grace, I get this feeling she might not be ready. Really? Yeah, I just get this feeling she might not be ready. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley. I know I just hyped up that maybe this might be the night, but you know, I think you might be right. I think a lot of people want to see this Jordynne Grace win, but I'm not sure if we get it. Well, I think that's going to lock it in. Both of us are going for Rhea Ripley to retain the main event tonight. Well, in the Juggernaut versus the Nightmare, I see the Nightmare holding that title for a lot longer than she already has. We know she's capable of holding a title for over a year. I think we might see that this year too. Alright, that's going to wrap us up here on Kickoff. We're going to throw it down to the ring where Zander will be on commentary for the main event of Kickoff Night 1 with Randy Orton and Nick Aldis. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye, everyone. Hi, hello, greetings, and salutations, LS11 Universe. It's Zander, and welcome to WrestleMania. Great to be here for my 6th annual LS11 Universe WrestleMania. Far from my 6th WrestleMania because of the retro show, but welcome to WrestleMania nonetheless. Welcome to the final match of Kickoff Night 1. Great to be here on solo comms. The only time I'll be solo comm for WrestleMania this year. And you can see we've swapped the WrestleMania arena on you again. We joke about it tomorrow as the show starts off on night 2. But the new WrestleMania arena, the one that was actually the real one, not the modded one, dropped the day we recorded day 2 of WrestleMania. So we're using it for some matches here and there. Kind of just shows you what matches were done first in that regard. But it is an implosion of tag team partners to close us out here on Kickoff Night 1 as Nick Aldis makes his way down to the ring. Sir Nicholas Aldis himself, Magnus, if you will, to some, here tonight on the grandest stage. Last year he was competing against Cody Rhodes. This year he's going to be competing against one of the greatest of all time, a modern legend in Randy Orton. So, here he is, the Viper, stepping into WrestleMania once again. Orton has been part of many a WrestleMania in his career. I look back, when I reference these, I'm referencing the Retro Series. You look back, WrestleMania 20, he beat The Rock. 25, the Evolution Triple Threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. Main evented WrestleMania 30 against Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Had that matchup with Sting at WrestleMania 31. Had to miss 32 due to injury. That's just naming some of the WrestleManias we've seen Orton at. 27 had Edge's final match for almost a decade for the World Heavyweight title. Randy Orton's done a lot at WrestleMania, and he looks to add another win to his WrestleMania streak. Or not streak, but his WrestleMania career here tonight as he takes on Nick Aldis. The Viper is in the house. These people are loving him. A first ballot Hall of Famer when that day comes that he eventually is done. When he decides he's done in the ring one day, he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So, the Viper and the National Treasure. Without any further ado, Aldis and Orton one-on-one. It's WrestleMania. Let's do it. They lock up here. Randy Orton grabs a hold of him by the head here. Randy Orton has Nick Aldis now, and Randy Orton. Oh, swings around. He's got the arm now of Nick Aldis and Randy Orton. Just trying to school the National Treasure right now. Has him from behind now. Randy Orton pulling back on him now. Nick Aldis swings around now. Now he's got Orton by the head here, and Randy Orton. Orton sends him over the top rope now. It's a dangerous place to be with the Viper. Nick Aldis taken down to the outside, and Randy Orton just taking a bit of a breather. Now Nick Aldis pretty much saying, how dare you? How dare you not take this seriously? And Aldis now has Orton taking him down with the neck breaker. Nick Aldis now kicking to the back of Randy Orton, taking him down. Aldis hits him with a knee into the back of the head. Aldis has got Orton again now. Randy Orton taking him down. Randy Orton now turns around. German suplex to Nick Aldis. Orton going down, ground and pound here on Aldis. Want to thank all of our guest commentators that were here tonight. Grizzly Entertainment, Boy123, Jim, Tatum Lords, and JT Jason, as well as Carnold, I suppose. I suppose I can thank Carnold. There's Randy Orton with the Fez press there to Nick Aldis now, and Nick Aldis, big knee strike there to Randy Orton. Orton goes down now. Randy Orton picked back up to his feet here by Nick Aldis. Aldis has got him. Aldis now with Randy Orton into the corner now, and Orton in the corner here. Nick Aldis, big clothesline there, taking him down. WrestleMania kicks off as soon as this match is over. We'll be signing off on the kickoff show. Ray will head down to the ring. He gets an entrance tonight. I get an entrance tomorrow. It's just fair. As now Randy Orton getting Nick Aldis back up to his feet, but Ray will head to the ring, and we will kick things off with Bryan Danielson and Gunther for the NWA Championship here in just a few minutes, whenever these two finish up. Orton and Aldis throwing big strikes at one another right now. Throws a chop, Nick Aldis. Aldis kicking the ribs again. Nick Aldis dropping Randy Orton now. Aldis punches him in the back now. Nick Aldis, he's got Orton again. Nick Aldis hits him with the neck breaker. Orton is down now. Nick Aldis getting him back to his feet now. Nick Aldis with Mag Daddy Driver. Into a cover on Randy Orton. 1, 2, kick out. Now Nick Aldis, wait a minute, he's got Randy Orton. Here we go. King, Linz, Clover is in. Nick Aldis pulling back on Randy Orton. Nick Aldis trying to tap out Orton. Orton's had back problems in the past, and that move puts some torque on your back. But not for Randy Orton, it doesn't, as that sets him up perfectly. Randy Orton with those big stomps. That is vintage Randy. Now Randy, he's hearing the voices. RK, no. Aldis, big clothesline to Orton. Nick Aldis countering the RKO to Orton. Bounces him off the turnbuckle. Now Nick Aldis drives a knee into the back of Orton. The Viper's down now. Nick Aldis with Randy Orton. Bouncing him off the turnbuckle again. Nick Aldis now with Randy Orton. Here we go. Right back in. Kingland's Clover in a second time. This time he's really putting the torque on the back of Randy with it. Is Randy Orton going to tap out at WrestleMania? It's not something he's used to doing. Randy Orton, though, pushes him back. Aldis goes into the corner now, and Randy Orton uppercut to Nick Aldis. Orton getting him back up to his feet now, and the Viper. Here we go. Clotheslines him. Into another one. Randy Orton ducking him into power slam on Nick. Aldis getting back up to his feet now, and Randy Orton, here we go. Throws him through the ropes. Randy's got him. Randy Orton sets him up for the spike DDT. Nick Aldis down now. Randy Orton's got him down. Randy slides into a cover to end it without even needing the RKO. No! Now Randy, no. Aldis countering. Nick Aldis with Randy on the top rope now. Nick Aldis. Here we go. He's got Randy up top now. Nick Aldis going up into superplex right onto the bad back of Randy Orton. Aldis now getting Orton back up to his feet. Nick Aldis bounces him head first into the ring post. Into the apron now. Randy Orton's down. Nick Aldis getting him up to his feet now. Nick Aldis with Randy Orton. Aldis going up top now. Nick Aldis. Here we go. Gonna look to fly. Aldis. Whoa. Randy into the backbreaker. Nick Aldis now has got the Viper here. Nick Aldis. Oh, look at the strength now on Aldis. Hanging vertical suplex. The Viper is down. Now Nick Aldis, here we go. Getting up top here. Randy Orton staggering back to his feet now. And Nick Aldis. RKO from out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Aldis, I think, was going for a cross body or a diving elbow or something. But you never jump at a standing Randy Orton. You never jump at Randy Orton. Ever. Nick Aldis coming up short here tonight. Randy Orton getting another win in his WrestleMania career for this legend. Wherever Season 7 has Orton, I think the main event is awaiting the Viper once again. Randy taking down Aldis this year. Last year, he came up short against Carmelo Hayes. The year before that, he had a great match with Grayson Waller, where he got the win at WrestleMania 39. Randy Orton with the victory. Randy with the RKO. That's going to do it for this matchup here. We're going to bring out Ray in just a moment's time. But what would it be? What kind of WrestleMania would it be if we took away Randy Orton's moment? Randy Orton with the win here to close out Night 1's kickoff show. I'm going to be on commentary for another minute or two here while Ray takes his sweet time to get down to the ring, as we know he likes to do. So Randy Orton with the victory. All right, Ray, get out here. Let's do this. All right, folks. Well, as we wrap up things here on WrestleMania Kickoff Night 1, please give a warm welcome to my co-host, my best friend, the showrunner for SmackDown and NXT. Give a warm welcome to Ray Wood. Ray making his way down tonight. The former LS11 Grand Champion, the mind behind SmackDown and NXT, as I said, dressed for success tonight. I bought him that jacket, actually. That's a true story. That red jacket he's got, I bought it for him. There's a whole story behind it. Ask me about it sometime. So, Ray, let's do this. Welcome to WrestleMania. Special thanks to $10 and above Patreon backers JJ Gyllenhaal, Tech Nizzle, and Harry Willings. With Patreon support, I'm able to do uncut and uncensored Let's Play content, bonus episodes of the universe, and much more. Consider joining with the link in the description.